Have you ever been in a situation where there was a girl that you had a crush on, but you couldn't really tell if the feelings were mutual or if she was just trying to be nice? Where every time you try and hang out with her,
you're like, bro, does this girl like me or am I just imagining things?
if you're sick and tired of second guessing every interaction and wasting time on girls who are not interested, this video is for you. Sign number one that she's not into you is she's always busy. Every time you ask this girl to hang out, she's consistently unavailable. Sometimes she'll even tell you that she can show up and she will hang out with you, but then she bails last minute. And worst of all, she doesn't give you an alternative plan. She just says,
"Oh, sorry, I can't make it. Something came up."
I remember one time there was this girl who I had a massive crush on, and I had never met her in person. I had just found her on Instagram. And so being an 18-year-old awkward guy, all I did was just stalk her on social media. And so the only way that I could get into communication with her was to shoot my shot in her Instagram DMs. I remember sending some message about,
"Oh, you like NF? Oh, I like this song."
I remember she responded back and we started going back and forth. And of course I was playing the game where I'm really cool and I have a lot going on, so I'm not gonna respond too quickly. We planned this day, we're gonna go and eat burgers. It comes time for the date. I remember she was a complete ghost. She wasn't responding to any of my messages, and the hours kept getting closer and closer to when the date was gonna be, and I didn't hear anything from her. 30 minutes before the date was supposed to happen, I got a Snapchat that just said something like,
"Sorry, can't make it. Something came up."
and I don't think she ever messaged me again, which was a L for your boy. But obviously the fact that she made up an excuse and didn't hang out with me should have told me she's not interested. Sign number two is she has uninterested body language. Next time you see this girl that you're most likely interested in, I want you to observe how she behaves whenever you guys are in close proximity to one another. I want you to observe her body language. Is she holding eye contact with you? Is her body language open, or is it more like closed off? And this one is a super autistic observance, but I want you to look at the way that her feet are pointed whenever you're talking to her. Are her feet pointed towards you, or are they pointed away from you? And if you can't guess already, if her feet are pointed away from you and her entire body is pointed away from you, but her head is looking at you, she's not interested in you. And in fact, she's most likely just talking to you to be nice because her whole body is going this way. She wants to get out of the conversation. Now, on the other hand, if you're talking to her and she is holding good eye contact and she's smiling and she's laughing at your stupid jokes, and her body language is open, you can tell she's comfortable around you. Most importantly, her feet are pointed towards you and you can tell that she actually wants to talk to you, then you should definitely shoot your shot and ask her out. Sign number three is she never asks you any personal questions. If you're ever in a situation where you're talking to a girl and you feel like you're the one who's doing all the talking and you're asking all the questions and she's giving you a bunch of one-word responses or she doesn't seem that interested, and it almost feels like an interrogation where you're like, where did you go to school?
Mississippi College.
Oh, that's super cool. I went to school in Louisiana. How did you like going to school in Mississippi?
I liked it.
Oh man, I bet you liked it. What did you like most about it?
It's pretty and I enjoyed school.
And you should know that she's not interested in you if she shows little to no interest in getting to know you better, or she doesn't ask any follow-up questions to the conversation that you're having. A conversation is a two-way street. There has to be two different people equally engaging in the conversation in order for it to thrive. If one person is putting in all the effort and the other person doesn't seem to care, that conversation is headed down a dead-end road very fast. And if you're ever stuck in a one-way conversation, just give up, bro, and shoot your shot on somebody else. Sign number four is there is limited communication between you and her. When she rarely initiates contact with you, or she takes hours or sometimes even days to respond to your texts, or worst of all, she gives you like super dry, unengaged responses to your messages. I remember whenever I used to text girls that I thought were interested in me and they actually weren't, I would ask them all these questions and they would give very half responses to my texts. Like, I would say, how was your day?
Good. How about you?
And I would send these big old texts about how awesome my day was and every single thing that I did. What are you up to?
Bored. What about you?
She's asking me questions back. This is awesome. This means she's interested in me. When in fact, she was actually just bored and was just texting me because she was getting free attention and validation from somebody. And she had little to no interest in our conversation or getting to know me better or hanging out with me in the future. Ever. And I message all these girls all day, and I would just play video games and just constantly check my phone to see if they responded. And I would try and ask them to hang out with me, but they never would. And somehow I could never just take the hint that these girls were not interested in me. And I don't want you to make the same mistake. If a girl is not interested in you and you can tell in the way that she's texting, just save your dignity, move on, and find somebody else. And if you're enjoying this video so far and you want to join our brotherhood of men getting on to faith-based self-improvement and striving towards reaching their true potential in Christ, I want you to do yourself a favor, scroll down and click on that subscribe button, and your future self can thank me later. Sign number 5 is she tries to put you in the friend zone. This kind of girl's most likely going to refer to you as a buddy or a pal. And a really clear sign that this girl has already put you in the friend zone is whenever you guys are around each other, she's going to talk about other guys that she's interested in.
Johnny is such a D-bag. Like, he never responds to me. I hate him so much.
And you're going to be sitting there like,
oh yeah, Johnny is a D-bag. I'd be so much better for you.
This girl also may try and set you up with some of her friends. It'd be like,
you and Jessica would be such a perfect fit. You guys should definitely date.
And if you're sitting here watching this video and you're thinking to yourself,
I've never been put in the friend zone. Me and Sally are great friends, and that's totally fine. Eventually, she's going to fall in love with me, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I want you to ask yourself this question. If you were an attractive, masculine, godly man, would this girl really want to put you in the friend zone or potentially pass you off to somebody else? Or would she want to keep you all to herself and date you? Exactly. She would date you, right? Now, fellas, I'm going to share a little secret with you. The key to never being put in the friend zone ever is simply to not be friends with any women under any circumstances. If you take a step back and you think about how men think and how men behave, the only reason that a guy would put a girl in the friend zone or become friends with a girl is either A, she already has a boyfriend, or B, he's not attracted to her. I want you to get this into your thick skull. You do not need any female friends. And if a girl looks at you and she tries to put you in the friend zone and she says,
hey Johnny, let's just be friends for now.
You look at her and you say, actually, I already have a lot of friends and I don't want any more friends, okay? I want you to realize that with women, you either date them or you become acquaintances with them. You don't want any female friends. Sign number 6 is she avoids one-on-one situations with you and her. A great way to spot this sign is whenever you try and invite her out to do something, she's going to try and invite one of her friends to come along. Or even worse, she's just going to bring the friend along and not tell you anything. And I want you to know, if this consistently happens to you in your life, it's time to maybe take a break from chasing women and trying to get girls. And instead, I want you to focus all your energy into becoming a more masculine and godly man. You need to put in some work, bro, because if you were in the position that you needed to be to get that girl and to not be put in the friend zone or disrespected, then trust me, you would not be having any of these problems with these girls. And so if you are in that spot and you need help and you want to go all in on self-improvement, I'm going to pin a video above that you can watch. It's going to help you to become a top 1% Christian man. So go ahead, cue that video up. Do not click off this video and destroy my data analytics. You can cue it up and you can watch that video right after you finish watching this one. Sign number 7 is there is minimal interaction between you two on social media. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If the girl that you're obsessing over doesn't like your posts on Instagram, she doesn't comment on anything, she doesn't look at your stories or put the little heart on your stories, or worst of all, she doesn't even follow you on social media, the amount of time that that girl spends thinking about you each day is 0%. Trust me, bro, she's not thinking about you at all. And one of the best signs to tell if a girl is at least interested in you is after you meet her for the first time, whenever you leave, you immediately get a notification on your phone that says, Sally followed you on Instagram. And I can tell you for a 100% fact, that has never happened to me, and the girl was not at least interested in getting to know me better. But dude, if she's not even following you or she doesn't even engage with anything and you're just sitting there liking every single post, hoping that one day you're going to get her attention, save yourself some time, get your own dignity back, and follow somebody else. Sign number 8 is she shows a lack of enthusiasm or excitement when she's hanging out around you. One of the telltale signs that a girl is not interested in you is whenever you're hanging out with her and all she's doing is staring at her phone, like texting away, or she's on social media, or she's Snapchatting other dudes. That should be a 100% giveaway that girl is not interested in you and she wants to be anywhere else but hanging out with you. And if you're sitting around with her acting like a circus clown, trying to make her laugh and jumping through all these hoops to try and get her to give you some attention, you are totally effed. A lot of these guys ask me,
dude, is this girl interested in me or not? Or like, how do I know? Or what do I need to do to get her to like me more?
I'm like, dude, you're asking the wrong questions, man. If a girl truly has feelings for you or she's interested in you, you're not going to be second guessing whether or not she likes you. You're going to know. She's going to be putting herself in a position to run into you, to start a conversation with you. She's going to be following you on social media and liking all your posts and liking your stories. And it's going to be easy for you to tell. So if the girl that you're interested in is not giving you any of those signs, or worst of all, she's giving you the 8 signs that we just went through, she's not interested in you, bro. And I would highly suggest that you put some work in on yourself. Stop chasing the girls. Focus on God and prioritizing your relationship with Him. And I promise you, whenever you put God first, the rest is going to take care of itself. If you want to learn about 10 different types of women that you should never date, I want you to go ahead and click on this video. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it helps you to know whether or not the girl that you have a crush on is actually interested in you. I hope that God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.